welcome to my channel. I've always really liked and enjoyed school, and I've always been very like smart. I don't know if that's the right word, but I've always been really good at school. So I'm pursuing a master's in counseling, Master of Arts in counseling, with a concentration or the track of the clinical mental health counseling. I just finished my first semester. Honestly, I know some people before they finish undergrad, they know that they want to go to grad school, and for me it was different. I knew I wanted to go, I just didn't know when. I don't know, it's hard. But so I graduated with my bachelor's in psychology in August 2023, and I believe that same week of like graduation I applied to my master's program, and I only applied to that one program. And I applied and I sent my emails for my letters of recommendation, and from that first week of August to the end of September I worked on like my application and everything that I needed to submit. So then I turned it in. It was due like October 1st, and so I turned 22 August, I mean not August. I turned 22 October 12th, and I remember I was having my morning coffee at a Starbucks, and I was journaling and I was reading, and I got a notification, and so I checked my phone, and it's an email, and it's saying that I got invited to an interview and to choose my time and whatever. That was honestly the highlight of my birthday. My 22nd birthday was not the best birthday. I was going through like a rash, and it was horrible. So I went to my interview. I want to say it was a week or two later. I believe it was October 25th. So I went to the interview. I thought it was gonna be like one person, but no, it was a group interview. I came out of the interview thinking I might not have gotten in, just because naturally I'm very reserved and I'm very quiet. Like, I have like my own thoughts, but I never like really share them with people. Sorry, I'm a little shy because I'm in a parking lot. I don't know why I decided to film this right now. But yeah, I'm like very shy, and so everybody else was contributing to like the questions, and I was just like agreeing, but I wasn't really saying anything of my own. I did contribute in one occasion, and it was like a few questions we had to answer as a group, and then fill out 2 questions in writing. Maybe that's how I got chosen, I don't know. I think it was a week later. It was November 1st. I got another email. I remember this time I was at the library. I don't know what I was doing at the library, but I think it says to open it first, to open the email. I think, I'm not too sure. But then I read it, and then I'm like, I can't believe my eyes. Like, I really can't believe it. And I start crying at the library, like, happy tears of joy. I was so happy. And to me, that's when I felt like I really did it. When I graduated with my bachelor's, at my graduation I did feel some type of way, but it was very small. It lasted for a little bit, I don't know, but when I got that email I really felt it. I just couldn't believe it, honestly. I couldn't believe I had, I don't know, gotten to that point, I guess. It was honestly one of the best feelings, and I was really happy. November 1st when I got accepted, and I was gonna start in the spring term, so in January. When I was in undergrad still, or when I was applying, or before I applied actually, we them boys. So then I started school in January 2024. So I registered for full-time before I knew, obviously. I thought I was gonna do the same as undergrad, 12 credit hours, but in orientation they gave us what classes to take in each semester. Yeah, like a plan. Just following that plan that they gave us, even with my advisor. And so I signed up for 9 credit hours. Two of them were in person and one of them was online. The two in person, one of them had a bigger class size, 24 people in it or less. I mean, I didn't count the people in there, so. And then the other class had 7 people in there, including me. We were a small class, and we got to know each other. And when it came to like presentations or anything for that class, I felt more comfortable, especially because throughout the semester I got to know my classmates and they got to know me, which I kind of doubt a little because, again, I was very quiet. And then I had one online class, and that one had the most people, but it was online, so I honestly didn't mind it, other than like having more people to reply in the discussion boards. It was nothing like undergrad at all because it was a lot of reading, like a lot of reading time. We had to read like, I don't know if it was 3 or 4 chapters just for one class, and I still had two other classes I had to read for. Even though the classes are just weekly, I work 2 jobs part time, but it was still a lot on my plate, which is why I'm glad that I didn't end up signing up for the 4 classes, the 12 credit hours, um, because yeah, I wouldn't have been able to do it. Even then, I had classmates that signed up for 6 credit hours instead of the 9. They work full time at their job. My jobs, it's very flexible with being able to work from home. Overall, it went well. Um, it was a pretty good semester, but I did have some moments where I thought, I don't know if this is right for me. I guess I was just feeling like imposter syndrome. I didn't know if I was like good enough, especially because I was commuting. Well, I mean, I commuted for undergrad too, so I was used to being by myself all the time. I really felt lonely, even though I made the group me chat for my cohort. I guess I kind of had initiative, but not really like in person or like making connections. I was used to being alone and being on my own. Like even here, working from home, like I'm just alone most of the time anyway. But feeling lonely in this experience and having nobody else to talk about it with, it just made me think a lot. I was just thinking like maybe I'm not good enough for this, or I'm not smart enough, I'm not doing as good as the rest of my classmates. Towards the end of the semester, and even before then, we would have like bigger major projects. Classmates, we would talk about the projects and how we felt coming up, and how we felt about all the other classes. Everything was just not piling up but coming together towards the end of the semester. The conversations, basically we would all feel the same way, like, or like we're behind or we're not doing enough. My takeaway was that we're not alone and that we were all going through the same emotions and feelings. Having those conversations made me feel better because I wasn't alone. And now I realized that, if I feel that way, maybe my classmates feel that way too. And me having made that group me chat, we have each other, like our little community, our little group. We all got into grad school together, and for the most part, we're all taking the same classes at the same time. I really like knowing that I can count on them and I can reach out to them and they can reach out to me or anybody in the chat or the chat as a whole to, ask for help or just chat. Like I said, sometimes I had those feelings where I was doubting myself. Everything ended up fine. I ended up doing great in my classes. I got all A's. And even though it was the first semester, that doesn't mean that the classes were easy, because it was our first semester, so we didn't know what it was like. I'm still super happy because it was hard. Now looking back, it wasn't that hard, but at the moment, it was hard. I'm happy. One semester down, 2 more years to go. I forgot to mention, I am adding a graduate certificate in play therapy because I do want to become a registered play therapist. So that's adding a little bit, 1 semester to my program. I'm happy, I'm excited. This semester was a good one. Hopefully the rest are like this one, if not better. I can't wait to when I'm done with the program. I just want to get it over with, which is also why I'm taking summer classes. Or in the program, it's like scheduled. So, like I said, I'm following my plan. I'm ready to start the new semester. I'm ready to finish my program. I'm ready. I'm ready for all of it, and I'm happy. And I'm really glad I chose this program. I chose this career and to be in this specific field. I've always wanted to help people, and I feel like this is my way of helping people and giving back to my community in the future. You know, of course, right now I'm not necessarily giving back to the community, but I'm blessed most of all because I didn't think I'd be accepted just because I was just going with the flow. It wasn't really planned for me. Like, it was in my mind, but it wasn't really like to start this semester. It was more like, should I start this semester or should I start in the fall? And so I just decided to go with it. Well, I was encouraged to go with it, to just get it over with as soon as possible. And so I applied it, which I'm really glad I did. And I'm very thankful for everybody who helped me get in, either by encouraging me or by writing my letters of recommendation. I doubt that you guys are watching this video, but if you are, thank you so much. I couldn't have done it without you, really, truly. And like I said, I'm blessed because if this wasn't for me, God wouldn't have put it in my path. Stay tuned for more. Thank you for watching and see you next time.